Hey, Peter, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining. Wishing you all the best for 2024. In terms of authentication and also access management authorization, what are the key processes that you guys have implemented? I know you have a pretty impressive setup.
So we have segmented out to end user access, so externally accessing our application, and we are offering a varied way of access the application depending on the customer's needs. Internally, we have a robust, rigid role-based access control system for our IAM, which is coupled up with the principles of least privileges to make sure that the right people has access to the right time at the right level. So there is no access creep. We are reviewing our identity and access management on a quarterly basis, regardless that it's tied into the HR function, the joiners, leavers, and movers. So if something happens with anybody in the organization, either leaves or somebody joins or just moves into a different team, we make sure that those access rights are mapped into the new role and the previous one taken away.
What's your kind of take on why is a good role-based access management such an important lever in order to increase your security posture? What's your take there?
So role-based access control, it's rigid, right? So it's not flexible. You can have an exception policy and procedure to deal with those edge cases when you need to provide additional access rights to individuals assigned to a specific role, right? But it's a very, very black or white. Either you have access to something or you don't have access to something. If you start to introduce like a label-based control system, access control system, you have much more variable to manage. It becomes more and more difficult
Arbitrary.
to manage those access.
Exactly.
Manage those access rights. That how you're gonna assign it. There are more variable to customize it. It becomes more complex unnecessarily. The role-based access control provides a very granular overview that who should access to what once you carry that out. You should review it. Absolutely, you should review it either ad hocly if something happens within the organization which changes the faces of the identity and access management. And you should review it periodically as well. As mentioned, we are doing it quarterly just to make sure that everything as it should be. But it's just a black or white. It's a clear cut if you have access to it or not.